I still remember that night like it was yesterday walking into this fancy ballroom in downtown Chicago, feeling every eye on me like I was some kind of intruder, dressed in my old flannel shirt and jeans that had seen better days, with these dingy medals pinned to my chest that barely caught the light from those massive chandeliers. Folks were all decked out in tuxedos and gowns that probably cost more than my rent, sipping champagne and laughing like they owned the world. And there I was, Sarah, just standing by a high-top table, trying not to spill my water while they whispered and pointed, calling me a fake right to my facer close enough that it stung like hell. It was a Veterans Honor Gala, supposed to celebrate folks like us who'd been through the fire, but from the jump, it felt more like a popularity contest where I didn't even get an invite to the judging panel. See, I'd gotten this Golden Boss card in the mail a week earlier, staring at it in my tiny apartment with the leaky faucet and that one photo on the wall of me and my squad in Afghanistan, all dust-covered and grinning through the exhaustion. I almost tossed it, thinking why bother, but something pulled me there, maybe to honor the guys who didn't make it back, or just to remind myself I wasn't invisible. So I pinned on those medals earned in the dirt and blood, not some online shop, and showed up. No makeup, hair in a messy bun, figuring authenticity was the point, but boy, was I wrong. These people, they saw my worn boots and faded threads and decided I was crashing their party, a wannabe stealing glory from the real heroes with their shiny uniforms and war stories polished for TED Talks. It started subtle. A group of young vets at the bar, slick hair and egos bigger than their ranks. One guy leaning in with a smirk, loud enough for the room. Look at her, thrift store warrior, bet those pins came from Etsy for $20. His buddies chuckled, eyes darting my way then skittering off like I was beneath them. And it hit me, that old knot in my gut from deployment days, when doubt creeps in and you question if any of it mattered. Then this woman in a sparkling red dress sidles up, her perfume choking the air, tilting her head with that fake sweet smile. Darling, those medals aren't fooling and embarrassing the real vets here. Why not just slink out before it gets ugly? Her words dripped venom, meant to slice deep, and the crowd tittered, phones coming out, one girl snapping pics and muttering, viral fraud incoming. Her date egging her on with a mocking salute that made my fingers curl around my glass. I didn't bite back, not my style, just met her eyes steady, saying, I'm here same as you, to remember. But that only fueled them, whispers turning to outright jeers, a burly guy in a suit barking, if you're such a big shot, why dress like you're mopping up after us? His laugh booming, crowd joining in, their contempt thick as fog, born from their own insecurities. I figured, folks who'd climbed ranks on connections, not grit, resenting anyone who didn't play the game. An older vet limped over, squinting at my chest. That's a Helmand Province star, 09 frontline only. His voice gruff, almost respectful, but the young guns rolled their eyes. Yeah, right. If she's legit, why is she hiding in the corner like a ghost? And just like that, the room piled on, a reporter shoving through with his notebook. Got proof, lady? Or you just here for the open bar? His grin predatory, sensing a takedown story, and my hand trembled once on the table before I steadied it, thinking back to that blistering day in the sand, hauling a wounded senator from a bombed-out convoy, bullets whizzing, my arms screaming but not stopping, because lives hung in the balance, not egos. The air got heavier, their stares like weights, and I braced, inner voice whispering, you faced worse, hold the line, but damn, it hurt. That erasure, like my scars, didn't count unless they sparkled. Then Bamthi doors fly open, security flooding in, dark suits and earpieces, the room freezing mid-laugh as Senator Harlan strides in, tall and composed, the man who'd been all over the news back then for surviving that ambush. Whispers ripple. What's he doing here? This fraud's about to get exposed. A lady in pearls clutches her clutch, excited. She's toast national humiliation incoming. They leaned in, phones up, expecting my downfall. But he walks straight to me, stops sharp, and snaps a salute so crisp it echoes the gasp from the crowd like thunder cracking. If not for Sarah, he says, voice steady, pulling out a crumpled photo of me, mud-streaked and fierce beside the wreckage, I wouldn't be standing here. She dragged me out under fire, saved the whole team. The room implodes, silence then chaos, faces paling, that smug guy dropping his drink with a shatter, the red dress woman stammering, But she can't be, her confidence crumbling like cheap plaster. The old vet pushes forward, saluting me slow, tears in his eyes. I was there too. She didn't just save him. She held the perimeter alone. Folks who'd mocked now shuffle, ashamed, one muttering desperately. But why hide it? Real heroes flaunt it, grasping at straws. Their jealousy laid bare. They'd built lives on surface shine, terrified of someone who didn't need it. Me? I just returned the salute, no fanfare, and slipped out later with my brother waiting curbside. Didn't say much, just squeezed my shoulder as we drove off, city lights blurring past. Next day, headlines blasted. Mocked vet saluted by senator she saved. The loudmouths faced fallout. That bar guy lost his promotion. The phone girl her gig. Quiet justice, no drama. But here's the kicker that still twists my gut. In a world obsessed with flash, does true grit only count when a big name vouches? Or are we all just judging books by covers, missing the real stories underneath? What do you think? Have you been judged like that, overlooked for not fitting the mold? Drop a comment below, share your take on justice in these divided times, hit like if it hit home, and subscribe so we can unpack more real-life twists together.